Hello, hello, everyone. It's your girl, the Melanated Minimalist. I do hope that this will be some good lighting here. Okay, I am here just to talk real quickly. This is Vlogmas Day 15, and I wanted to come to you guys live because I want to talk about um, ways to get ready for gosh, did you hear that rain? Ways to get ready for the summer 2023. And I wanted to also give a shout out to Anthony with Friends of Anthony Squad, whatever. He is the man. I've been watching him probably right after the pandemic, maybe. And I've been really pleased at his videos. I saw how his channel has grown. I love, love, love him because of his authenticity. So I want to shout out Anthony. I know you just got back from Mexico, and we cannot wait to see all your videos. I'm getting ready to see the one you're eating some fried fish and everything. But I wanted to go ahead and just talk about living life your way. I think a major thing that we got to do is live life our way within reason. I mean, if you're a person that's connected to God and Jesus and what have you, you got to live according to his word, right? But what I mean is everyone thinks that it should be a certain time that you should have a home or should have a particular job. I was on one podcast, and I love this podcast, I really do, but it was something that struck me. What I didn't like was that they said almost as if you don't have this by this time, you have failed, you made some poor choices. I don't think that every time we make a decision, it's a poor choice. I mean, we fail. Sometimes you got to learn how to grow. And one of the things that I've been exploring and looking at, and just looking just because I'm curious about it, is van life. Just how people can live in a van, how they're able to pay off bills. Most of the people who live in vans that I have been, kind of following, especially Anthony, Abia, I think that's her name, Antoinette, all of them live a certain way, but they're, Antoinette right now, she's the luxury nomad. She's traveling to a whole nother country. But I wanted to just, give some tips on ways that we can to live the life that we want. And one of the ways is, I've always encouraged everyone, if you're not making the money you need to make, I did suggest that you get a skill set, find a skill set that works for you, and that you really, really enjoy what you do. So I know, like right now, I have a couple of nieces and my sister. They're all well, two of them are becoming nurses, right? And they're doing it the quicker way. It's not the traditional 4-year college. They decide to go to schools, but to accelerate their program and get them out in 18 months. That's my two nieces, but they enjoy, going after their goals. And I don't stop anyone. There are so many programs out there now that you can do. And I'm looking at my notes because I had some notes taken about, saving money. And one of the things that the ladies shared to do is, pay out of your debt. We talk about this all the time, getting out of debt and deciding, what you want to do. One of the things that we have to look at is a shelter where we live. And that's why van life was so intriguing to me. Hello, everyone who came to the live. I appreciate everyone. It was so intriguing because of the fact that they're looking at ways of saving money overall. Because like shelter, it says a quick thing, it said no more than 33% should be used for shelter. That means you shouldn't be spending all your money like like a car. You shouldn't spend no more than 10% of your total salary on your car. Meaning if you make $30,000, 10% of 30,000 is what? $3,000. So you shouldn't be buying a car that's going to cost you an arm and two legs. Meaning that you're looking at ways like if you're paying $600 and $700 for car payments and everything, you might not be doing too good. That's just not a part of wise investment to do. Groceries need a healthy diet. Don't eat a lot. Meal prep. If you can meal prep, I work at part-time at a barista as a barista. So I get, discounted foods or free food the whole time I'm there. When I'm off, it's 30%. So I utilize when I'm in the service industry, hospitality industry, they give a lot of freebies to their employees. So if you can work a part-time job, maybe for a year or so, if you need to make more money, you don't want to necessarily go back to school, you can work in the service industry, guys. This is a tip. You can work in the service industry, get free meals, get free things that they give you. I know the Hilton, when I worked there, they gave us hotel rooms for like 30, 40, and $50 because we work for the hotel industry, the hospitality industry. So if you ever want to get a part-time job, look at ways to work in the hotel for so many hours a month, and you'll get discounts, right? Um, One thing that you want to look at is if you have a gym membership and you're spending money on gym membership, but you're not going. Listen, if you don't want to spend money on gym membership, here's the thing. You can do two things. You could either get certified like I did and get free membership. Of course, where I'm at right now, I'm not getting free membership because I'm not teaching a class. But say you want to teach at a YMCA or a gym nearby and they have classes, you can get certified for less than between $100 to $200. You'll make it right back because you get paid about $25 an hour. But yeah, go and get you your certification in group exercise or Zumba or a water aerobics, personal training. Any of those. Personal training costs a little bit more money. But say you want to do that. You get CPR certified, get all those things. I got CPR, AED, I can resuscitate people, I can be a first responder. But the goal is to get something to get you extra money. Okay. So for instance, if you have a gym, if you have a gym membership, use it. Don't just let it sit. It's just waste the money. Okay. Say it says get emergency fund in place. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm putting some money aside every time I get paid. I put 10% I give to my local church or my church of choice. Um, and if that's not where you are right now, you may want to give to a charity. And then 10% to myself. And then I'm starting to build, I'm paying off consumer debt. Number one thing they said to do is to pay off consumer debt. The money you need to live a comfortable lifestyle, things that make you happy need to be included. So if drinking coffee at Starbucks, I work there, but if you drink coffee at Starbucks and that's what you love, and I do not get endorsed other than I am an employee there, if you go there and you love to go, then budget for that. Guys, I'm telling you, you're not going to go poor if you say, well, I'm not going to never drink at Starbucks again. I'm going to save my $5 or $8. You won't be poor if you stop eating drinking Starbucks. I'm telling you, it's not gonna pay off bills quicker. You got to build things in your life that you enjoy. I repeat, I'm in the van, y'all, and this is my friend girl's van that I'm staying with. So, guys, I haven't bought me a van yet. I am researching my cars, and I'll tell you more about that too. Research everything you do. Buy a used car if you can. If you can pay cash, amen. Pay cash, and if you can, do that. Pay cash for it. If you can't, try to do less than 36 months. That's 3 years on a car, no more than two. 2 to 3 years in a car, 1 to 3 is amazing. If you can double up on the car payment, say you can't do a cash car or you don't feel safe or comfortable, go get you a pre-loved car or pre-certified car, whatever, and maybe from a private owner. I'm with the Navy Federal. I do not get endorsed by them, but Navy Federal is amazing. So when I go to buy my car, I'm going to go through Navy Federal. If I find a private person out there and they're selling me a car or a van or SUV or whatever I decide to purchase, Navy Federal will be my funder. And what my goal is, if I can't pay cash car, I will double up on my car payments. I will get my car insurance, my vehicle insurance, and pay it for 6 months to a year. Okay, if you can do those things, that's going to save you a lot of money. They give you discounts when you pay in advance, y'all. Um, so one of the things, another thing to look at is your car. Like I said, the car insurance. We said you should have money left over. Your side hustle, change jobs, guys. Let me tell you, every time someone changes a job, you can make between 10 to 20,000. For the last few years, y'all, I have really, really done hospitality and service work. So with that said, I'm going back into my field of study from my college days a long, long time ago. My background in social work, social case management, all that. I'm going to go back and get my MSW. Hold me to it. I should be starting in the fall. And if I don't start in the fall, I most likely will start in the fall. Um, I'll be living in housing that are equipped for students and adults, working adults. So one another tip to save money, find places. If you don't have children or if you're at an age where your children are grown and you're by yourself and you've been living in apartments or whatever, or you just need to find something, student housing is the way to go. You can be an adult student, or I meaning a mature student, or you could be a working adult. I've been living in kind of like what they call student housing for the past few years. I absolutely love it. I've had moments where I had to speak to my roommates. I've had moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, my roommate get one more dog or cat, which we didn't supposed to have. But what I'm saying to you is I found ways, and I'm out of Florida, and they have amazing, amazing student housing slash apartments. valet trash, your own bedroom, everything's fully furnished. You share a common area, your living room. I'm gonna do a whole series on student housing and things of that nature to help more people fight this craziness that's going on. Guys, the Millionaire Next Door book, and if you ever read it, get it, go check it out. I had owned it, don't know where it is now. But if you ever see the people who make millions of dollars sometimes look like an average Joe, meaning that they don't wear the top of the things, top of the line, Gucci and all that. If you ever look at Warren Buffett, he wore the same suit. I don't know if he got it from Sears or where he got it from, but he wears the same suit. He drives the same car, live in the same house. You got Mark Zuckerberg, who I call a minimalist, and I consider myself a minimalist. Yes, I wear more than black, but I work today, so I wear my black on black. So easy to do. Black pants, black shirt, black hat is easy. When I don't go out too much right now because I'm in the stage of really reinventing myself at 50 plus and learning new things. But one of the things I was going to say, Mark Zuckerberg is definitely a minimalist, y'all. He is definitely a minimalist. He wears jeans and a shirt. He's very functional, like he said. My other boy, Microsoft guy, Bill Gates, same thing, functional. Jeff Bezos, they videoed him one time. He had wore the same shorts twice, and they were like, "Oh my God, Jeff Bezos, the world richest man, is wearing the same clothes twice." Yeah, but Jeff Bezos is a billionaire. Take notes. And then you got Elon Musk. Elon Musk owns a Boxable. We'll talk about that too. That's a house that they're creating, a manufacturer in a warehouse. So those are the things I would say. Find a skill set, go to a job that you can get food, get discounts, what have you, even if you work in retail, even if you gotta do that part-time. Find skill sets that are pretty easy to do. Becoming a group exercise instructor, super easy to do. Getting CPR and AED certified, super cheap to do, but should be able to become a responder. Bartending, you can bartend. I learned how to bartend from Red Lobster. I do not get paid by Red Lobster, but Red Lobster showed me how to be a basic bartender. Now, I'm not the one that you want to hire to flip and torch stuff and all that. I don't know how to do all that. But I do know how to make a good, mean margarita, mojito, um, pina colada, strawberry, daiquiris, any of those common things, lemon drop martinis, dirty martinis. I do all that. I can do all that, and you could hire me for a party, and I'll be your best. I can know how to serve wine. I do champagne because I work again in the service industry, guys. Uber, DoorDash, um, is it Uber, DoorDash? I can't think of all the ones right now. Uber Eats, whatever. I've driven for Uber Eat. I've driven for DoorDash. No, that's not true, y'all. I've driven for Uber Eats for a short time, but I've been an Uber and a Lyft driver for years. I earned a jacket from Lyft to prove it. I don't have it with me right now. I think I gave it away. But what I'm saying to you guys is it was great because I was helping raise my grandson since a baby to now he's 6, and now his mom and they got him and they're doing great in her boyfriend. But what I'm saying to you is that you can find unique things to make money. Okay, I'm telling you now. I'm getting ready to watch a gentleman who made $8,000 in 1 month through DoorDash. Now he lives in New York, but he taught a lot. So what I'm saying to you is to thrive, to be ready for 2023, you got to get a notebook. And I don't have my notebook in front of me, guys. Get your notebook, get your journal, start journaling. How are you going to change? What you're going to do different for 2023? And I think Friends of Anthony, FOA squad, I mean, he's taught so much, guys, about living in your car. He literally had a house and sold it, or something happened. I think he got repossessed, whatever, foreclosed. He said he wished he had never got a house. Some of y'all may be in a situation where you wish you have never gotten your house. I'm not here to stop anyone from getting a house. It was a great feeling when I had it. And yes, I didn't own it fully because the bank still had to pay the bank. It wasn't fully mine, but it was a place to live, provide the shelter for myself, my husband, my children at the time. And yeah, so if you don't want to go the house route, it's okay. I do want to encourage you to own something. Own a piece of land, even if you got to buy a little small chunk of it. Let people park their RVs on it. I don't know. There's land lots and tax liens you can get for like 500 to 200 to 1,000 to 2,000. Buy a piece of land that you can hold and that you can have, right? So that's neither here or there, but that's just another way of saving money. Um, Save 3 months of emergency. If you're by yourself, they say to save at least 6 months to 12 months. Be debt free in less than 5 years. If you are in this debt free cycle trying to get out of it, and I must say, I got myself in some credit card damage, and I say damage right after the pandemic because I kept getting credit cards, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll get one, and then doing sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna pay it off. I didn't do that. And I'm not saying I'm a Dave Ramsey um, devotee, but I will say what he said. Don't get crazy with your credit cards. Really put them away, cut them up. I don't want to cut mine up. I do like my credit cards, but I got to be more disciplined. So guess what? I'm in a snowball effect. Y'all hear that rain? Ooh, it sounds good. Let me show you. Let me see if I can get myself. Listen. But what I was gonna say, the snowball effect is to pay off credit cards. They say to do the highest interest first and then go from there. I say go for what you feel good. For me, when I pay off one credit card, I had the lowest amount, I feel better. Now they say the highest interest because yeah, it hits you. But I'm telling you, ain't nothing like feeling like when you pay something off, you're like, woo, I feel good. Or you get it down to $10, right? So I don't owe a whole bunch in credit card debt. It's more than what I want to talk about. But I am paying that off. I don't have any other bills besides that. But if they say if you're alone by yourself, say 6 months to 12 months. If you're married, you can do 3 months to six because you got two people's income and not just one. So for all my single ladies, all the single ladies, go ahead and get your hands up and do 6 months to 12 months of saving money in your emergency fund. Now later on, after you paid off all that debt, you can start doing investment. You can get you some index funds. You can do RIT, which is real estate real estate what I'm saying, real estate stock. Basically you're buying real estate without being an owner of a property. You could be an owner of properties inside of a real estate trust fund or whatever. Okay. um Let me see some more things I can get you. um but one thing I learned is that being broke is hard work. So if you like being broke, that's hard work and it feels stressful as heck. So what I want to advise all my, don't be broke. And don't say you're broke. Just you temporary transferring. You're transferring, you're transforming. There's some other things you're doing, but don't say you don't. You can control your situation. Minimalist living for me, I say recession where? I say recession where? Because I already prepared for the recession before it came. Why? Years and years and years ago, even when I was working in case management, I started downsizing. I had clothes. I'm a thrifter, guys. If you know anything about thrift stores, they're amazing, but they can be dangerous for some people who don't have no discipline. You know why? Because you'll see all this great stuff for free, or I ain't gonna say for free, practically free. And you try to buy it, you be like, oh my God, I gotta buy this. Oh my God, I gotta buy that. Guys, stay out of the thrift store if you don't have no discipline. But if you're inside of a thrift store, find basic outfits you can wear. If you're an office worker, ladies, dresses are my best friend because dresses are one outfit. You can buy 7 dresses and change them out, put a scarf or whatever, or you can buy pants. Now, I'm going into dresses because I'm going back into my field of choice, which is case management and social work. But so I got to wear dresses and more stylish stuff. But I'll be living in Florida, so it's a little different with dressing. But if you are a thrifter or you want to learn about thrifting, start going. But go and look on Pinterest and find outfits you love and go match them up, or go to the mall if you need. I don't go to the mall, but if I did, when I do go to the mall, I take a picture of an outfit and I'll go to the thrift store and find it for less than $10. Most of my go-to stuff is from the thrift store, and I love it absolutely. And if I go to any other stores, I promise you, those stores are stores that have $5, $10 deals, markdown stuff in the back. And I'm a markdown girl. I go to discounted stores because what they do is sometimes they get inventory from these bigger stores and they put them in their store and mark them down. So if you're a Roses kind of girl, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, whatever, go to some of these places and purchase some outfits that your choice. So I would tell people, do the work to figure out how to manage a recession or move different. Either going to do the work and see how this recession is affecting you. The Feds just did another hike in interest rates. So guys, I'm telling you, that housing thing, don't worry about it. If you don't have a house, honey, it's okay. I've owned two. I mean, well, the bank owned two. I paid the bank. But what I'm saying is I've been in two homes, two beautiful homes when I was married. So don't think just because you don't have a home right now that you own, you're in a bad shape. You're not. You're in good shape. You know every month how much that rent is, right? You know every month the maintenance man can come there and repair stuff. You know every day when you walk in your home, You know your square footage, you know how much electricity bill. So do not despair. This is just the beginning of this recession, guys. All I say to you is get out of debt. Please get out of debt. Do your best, do your very, 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 very best to live within the means that you can afford. And when you can't afford something, go get a better job or get side hustles. I don't emphasize side hustles to a lot of women who are children because it's taken away from your kids. I'm an advocate to be a mom that can bring her kids to her part-time gig. Y'all, my children were much older when I started doing side hustles, but I will say they do remember me. I was a boot camp instructor. So I had my own boot camp and I literally took my to my boot. And I lived in an apartment where they let me have my own boot camp, so I could do boot camps. My children were sleeping and trying to get them up, and they were preteens or teenagers by that time when I did get a divorce. Unfortunately, I don't wish that on anybody. So if you're thinking about that, read this, think that out. Unless you're being abused or major stuff you can't work on, that's the only time I say get a divorce. Don't just do it, okay? Don't be an emotional person. But that's another story, y'all. Um, Home-based business, get gas money, business lunch or coffee. Okay, so basically what I'm saying home-based business is when you're out and about, you can use your car as your home-based business. So if you want to use, I'm in the van. This is my friend girl's van. She paid like, did she pay $4,000 for this van? It's a Chrysler Town and Country. It was the top of the line back in the day, but the people who owned it, they trashed it. They had kids, they trashed it. We're trying our best to keep it living and vibrant. You know, I have a little blankets back here, so when I come to the library, because I'm currently staying here in a small town right outside the beach, 70 miles from the beach, and I get here and after I get off work from the barista position, because sometimes I'm just tired and I don't always want to go straight to the house. I love coming to this area where this particular library is because they have these old historic homes. So I look at the small things and I park my van, her van, and I get in the back, got my little blanket I got from the discount store for $1.99, and I lay back here. I put my feet up. Guys, and I just relax. You know, I got Starbucks little meals and stuff, and I eat and I snack. Then I can go in the library in a few, and I use their internet and go from there. And I do research on me going back to get my MSW or my MPH, which is your master's in public health, or my master's in social work. I'm looking to become a therapist, and I'm looking at becoming a traveling social worker. We'll talk about that less because I'm going to be in the paying out of pocket and hopefully get scholarships. But if you go back to school and that's something you want to do, please don't let money stop you, but don't get crazy and don't get in schools that are going to charge you two arms and two legs and their salary don't match. Welcome to everybody who came to my channel. I appreciate you guys. Yes, I gave a shout out to Anthony. If you are friends of Anthony, y'all know I love that dude. He's from Baltimore. I'm from Virginia, and I love his accent. And I'm saying all that because the reason why I created this, my channel was already created, but when I ran across Anthony and I started looking at how he lived, I loved it. Now, I'm not a van dweller yet, and I won't live in a van. I have to temporarily live in a car or van in the next few months because my apartment where I'm getting through the student housing and everything, I won't be ready till August. So they already, I called different places. I've got 7 places I can look at, and they all got openings, but they were like, hurry and get your application in, blah, blah, blah. Can't move in until August. Great. So what you'll probably see me do is a series on van living for those few months while I save money. I got memberships everywhere. I'm a aerobics instructor, a fitness instructor, so I can work anywhere and get free membership. So I'll probably end up calling back a couple of the gyms I used to work for and start working for them again and getting my free membership. So while I'm out and about, you know, until my apartment's ready, I probably have to live in my SUV, or if I get a van, I'll probably get an SUV, y'all. I'm looking at some SUVs. Um, so I said minimalist living, recession wear, because when you are staying on top of your stuff, you spending less money. I'm telling you guys, spend less money if you can possibly spend less money. Save your money. Um, have a saves account on auto pay. If you don't want to do auto pay, just put some money aside in saves account. Even if you keep some in, look, y'all, I get tip money from Starbucks. So I put money in a little container, a beautiful box I love. I just stuff it on in there. I hope I ain't telling my business, but y'all don't even know where I live. So, but I'm just saying, put some money aside. When I worked in the bar, my bar manager, my GM, my general manager, she said, girl, go get you a shoebox. And I'm telling y'all, during the pandemic, I made more money. Not as a bartender, I was doing other stuff. But I remember me having all that money And that's gone, of course. I had to do what I had to do, but I had a shoebox full of tip money. And I would put the tips in there. Yes, I put it on my machine where you know how much money that we get in tips, and yeah, you have to do for the IRS. But I would just take my tip money as cash money and throw it in a shoebox. And before you knew, I had shoe boxes of money. Felt like I was almost like um big Meech. But I wasn't big Meech. But I'm just saying I get tip money. If you get tip money, guys, and you get tips by Uber Eats or you go to DoorDash and get your tip money. Just throw it in a box. Don't even look at it, guys. I'm telling you why. Before you know, you have like $500, $1,000. I remember having $800. I remember my daughter had a crisis and she didn't have enough money for rent. This is about 2 years ago. I went to my shoebox and I had she needed an extra $400. I had 500, 600. I can't remember. I gave it to her. I said, "Here you go." Now she paid me back eventually through some other stuff. But the point I was saying is I had the money because I put money aside and I live within my means. I actually live below my means. I don't go shopping like the average person. So I cannot put myself in your place. I used to be that way. Holidays are here. I don't buy a single gift. Only thing I'll give is fun gifts to my kids, my two girls. They like fun little stuff. I give them little knickknacks and stuff. And my grandson. I buy stocks for people. I bought my niece a stock, half of a stock for her Starbucks. For Starbucks, I bought her Starbucks for her birthday. She started, no, Apple. She said, "Oh my God, Auntie Lisa, I own an Apple stock." Guys, go to Cash App, buy $5 stocks. You don't have to buy the whole stock, but put $5 to $10 and go buy everybody in your family one and say, "Here, I bought y'all a stock." Don't buy a bunch of gifts. That's another tip. Here, clue, hint, clue, clue. There is another tip for you guys. You don't have to. I promise you, go broke because other people think that you should buy them a gift. Don't do it. Get ready for 2023. Write down what you want to do for 2023. If you get out of debt, you can travel. You can plan a cruise. If you're into cruising, plan a cruise. Put the money aside. Do a layaway. Put it aside. Call Royal Caribbean. Call Carnival Cruise Line. Call Princess Cruises. Call all these places and say, "Hey, I want to, I think Virgin Mobile has their own cruises. You can call and say, "Hey, this is what I got. I got $500 or $300 down payment. Can I make payments until I can pay for this cruise for me and my family, or me and another friend, or whatever?" Right? Boom, they will work with you guys. You save money when you be in the same room. If you're not married or whatever case may be, you don't have a significant other, you may want to do get a roommate or whatever, or you might just do it by yourself. But what I want to share with you is where I live in Tampa, I could literally 15 minutes away from the dock. I could not walk to it, but I could go to it. When I worked at the gym, I could walk to the port. I had clients that I work with at the gym who literally went on cruises every month just because they were at the port. They went to Mexico, whatever. Just how some people get out and say, "Well, I'm going to Red Lobster to eat," or Ruth Chris. They'll be like, "Well, I think I'm gonna go to Mexico and get some tacos. I'm going to Jamaica to get me some real jerk chicken." That's how they live, and I learned so much from my clients at the gym, where I call it the center, or the it's like a country club. I worked at like a country club, and I loved it because my clients really taught me a lot about just living. One of them had a boat rental package where every month they would pay, like, how you pay rent to go and rent a car, they would rent a boat, and they would just pay for the boat rental and get to go. And I'm sharing this because there are tips and ways of doing things to save money. Make more money, get a second job, more money, more time. The more money you have, the less stress you're gonna have, y'all. Y'all say it's not true. It's true. I'm sorry. Being broke is hard. But and being broke can put you in a bad place when you see other people doing things you can't do it because you feel like, "Dang, I'm always broke." Because you speak it. I don't speak bills. I don't speak broke. I speak elevation. I am going somewhere. I got this passport of mine and I'm taking it somewhere. You don't have a passport, go get your put that on your list. Get a passport. Put $5 aside, $10 aside, $20 aside, $50 aside. Put some money in your savings, but go get you ready for your passport. If you're not scared to fly. There are people in my job who said, "I'll never fly. I'll never go to another country." Okay, that's fine. I am, and I plan to do it. And I said it because I'm doing it for my grandmother, my grandfather, who never got to travel. They worked. Well, I lived a very middle rode in a car. My mother hardly ever flies, maybe once or twice. But what I'm saying to you is live the dreams of your ancestors or the people who were there for you. Okay. Think they never got to travel. And you know how they lived. Some of y'all come from poverty and you knew it was hard, but you went to college or you went and got a career that makes you great money. You probably maybe doing better than most people in your family. Now, what I tell people, don't compare yourself to TT and all they want to do is watch TV and smoke blunts and beer. No disrespect, but you can't compare yourself to them because they're really not doing nothing. Do things for you and do things for yourself. So another thing that Anthony has taught me that I like is Anthony's living life, but he used YouTube as his way of living life. I'm telling you right now, guys, we got to get real good at learning what other people are doing. They're living good. They're regular folks. They're living life. We can get real good at learning what they do. Thank you, Anthony, again for showing up, showing out every time you're on. You're cooking in your van, guys. This is the thing. Now y'all see that? Now that's my friend's van. You see the little thing up here? Okay. Now I don't. She has her seats out in the back right there. She does a lot of different events and stuff. So sometimes we have to, we take the seats out the back. The seats are out back. She has two seats here. She can put two seats in the back. Yeah, I think she got four seats. Six people can sit in this car. And anyway, I do this in the daytime. After I get off work, if I'm working at the barista at this coffee house or whatever. Excuse me. And I'll come out here to the library area. One thing she has on her window, she has these little shades. I think they're so cool. But I was trying to get more light, so that's what I was going to show y'all. Look, I put these up, and then I can sit back here. I have a blanket, and I have my little refresher. I'll go get my drink. And I literally just sit in the car. I could go to the house and sit up in the house. But who wants to do that? That's boring. And right now I'm not working another job. I had a couple of things that were open to me. It was so chaotic there, guys. One thing you don't want to do is work in chaos. I have a new management who came into Starbucks after another one left who got dismissed. But this lady, they said she was there before. I loved her because she's so boom, boom. Now I'm not so stringent, but as I got older, I'd like more things done a certain way. I don't want to be all over the place. So I sit back here in the van, I chill, and I write down some ideas for 2023. But again, living in a van, I don't think that I could do that full time. Um, I definitely think that I could do it part time. I could do it for months. Like for instance, with the apartment maybe not being ready, I could at least do it for a few months. Okay. So for me, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of people say, "Oh, you could do A, B, and C or whatever, whatever." I say maybe that is for you, maybe not for me, but I definitely love the way van lifers are. I could see myself traveling as a travel social worker all over the country and being in a van. I could do that. I could so do it. Shout out to the Joy Route. That's another van lifer I absolutely love to participate and watch. I have people that I watch here on the channel. Who just inspired me. Erica, the classy climber, just inspires me to have more money, get more skill sets, and really live a certain way. She travels all over the world and just living within her means. Another lady, Kimberly of CEO Driver, another young lady who teaches me being a homebody, planting plants and learning how to I make a lot of products of my own. But what I wanted just to share is create a side hustle in your house, guys. If you know how to make soaps, you know how to make toothpaste, anything, you could create. It's a young lady called Jazz. She owns her own bed and breakfast, not bed and breakfast, I'm sorry, Airbnb, but they're in Tennessee, right, y'all? She also right now during the holidays is selling jewelry. She made like I got 3,000 some dollars selling jewelry. But she not only sells jewelry, she's a notary. I'm a notary because of her. I learned to become a notary because she said we can go get a free notary. I'm a Florida notary, notary public in Florida. I'm not here where I'm at right now, but in Florida, I can literally do a lot of things. So when I get back, that'll be one of my side hustles because I'll be in school. I'll be working a full time career in my case management, and everything, and social work. But I want to do that as a side hustle with the notary. Maybe at night I'll get people to sign documents. I can marry people on the weekends or weekdays. because I am able to marry people as a notary. So another tip, become a notary. Check out your state website. Go to your governor, or is it a state senator, whatever. Just go to your state website and look up notary, and it's free. Mine was free. Of course, I had to pay for my insurance and everything, which is cool. I got that. So that's another thing you could do. Um, Again, I think I've given you some tips. I hope these tips work. Download as many apps as you can for food, so you can buy food through your apps and get discounts. Um, if you're not going to do a gym membership, go out walking, get you some quality shoes. And I say put money in your shoes. If you don't want to put money in the gym, go get you some quality shoes, honey, and get out there and walk. Get you some nice high end, maybe some I got tons of, but I'd rather give me some high end ones. High end leggings. Actually, I got mine from Target. Not Target, I'm sorry, y'all. Ross or what have you. Um TJ Maxx, Marshalls, they have high end ones for a pretty good, reasonable price. You don't have to be a Lululemon, although I want to have Lululemon because I think they're cute. But anyway, get those, get a nice little workout outfit, and go walking. Um, and if you want to walk and get a jump rope, you can. You can do hiking. You can do roller skating. Get you some inexpensive skates. You can go along. Well, no, put money in your skates, guys. If you're gonna really do the skating thing, do put money in your skates. It's nothing like cheap skates. A car. Not a car, a bicycle. Get a bicycle. It's pretty economical if you get a bike. I was blessed with one months and months ago, like last year, this time, last year in October, a dear friend of mine bought me a bike. And then months later, the bike just went zoop and fell apart. It was a $200 bike, but it could have been repairable, but it was, how you ever get something, it just jacked up everything. I said, you know what? I'm going to leave this to the side of the road, let someone else have it. And I appreciated them for it. And it got me to where I needed to be, meaning money wise. I was riding on my bike to work because I could. And I didn't complain. One thing about me, a lot of times people have met me or whatever, or they think that, oh my God, you don't have a car. Guys, people in major cities don't have cars. When I lived in Tampa, I didn't have to have a car. It was a choice. Where I lived was on the bus line. My jobs were on the bus line. My church is on the bus line. The places I shop, because I'm a thrifter, so all the thrift stores are on a bus line. Um, the gym where I work, again, on the bus line. Literally, guys, everything was on a bus line, so I didn't feel beat up. And at night, I could do Uber or I could do Lyft. Early morning, Uber or Lyft. Guess what? The Uber people came just like that. The Uber people came just like that. So depends on where you live. You don't have to always have a car. So again, let people stop telling you what you gotta have. Stop it. Stop it, y'all, because you're making people feel like they gotta have all these things and they don't. So it's up to you. I got on like a little beanie, y'all. So see my beanie? That's not my hair, it's a beanie because I got it braided down and getting ready to get locks, y'all. That's nothing hair. So if you are a melanated sister, and that's what my channel is all about. If you ever thought about it, I used to have locks all the way down my back. Love them. They were heavy. So I'm getting micro locks. My friend Joe, who owns this fan right here, who I'm staying with right now. Um, I'm helping her with some stuff for her business. She's gonna do my locks. So I'm getting locks done for my hair. They're little small, tiny ones, so they look real professional when I go back to the professional world. Because I'm in service industry work right now. When I go back to work, I'll have my micro locks. I'll be in school. I won't have to really worry about it because I'm going to get someone to professionally retighten them every 6 weeks so I can look really good. I'm also going to get what's that called? Macro brazier? What is it called? Microblading. Yeah. So I'm probably going to go get microbladed. Some shops in Tampa are amazing, really, really cheap. And so I'll probably go down to Tampa when I go back and get my microblading because I do want to have eyebrows, guys. Mine are so light. But I'm gonna get those. And then my lashes are my lashes. I'll probably do some sometimes to get some put on, but that's not really my thing. I like to wear mascara, but I'll definitely get the microblading done. I'm getting braces once I get my insurance in place. So if you don't have insurance, get you a job, even if it's part time. If you work in Starbucks at least 20 hours a week, you can get insurance after being there for like a year. But the point is, you'll get insurance. So if you got jobs that have insurance, guys, sign up for your insurance. I'm definitely going to get my teeth done. Been kind of neglectful a little bit. They're not falling in my mouth or nothing, but they have twisted because of I had wisdom. I had to get 4 wisdom teeth taken out my mouth. That was like $1,200. So a lot of my savings I had to put in my mouth because I didn't have a dental insurance. It's okay. So my wisdom teeth are out. Now I just got to get a deep cleaning done. They're gonna, redo some stuff. I think I'm gonna get some caps on my teeth. Then boom, braces. So my mouth's gonna cost more money probably than my living expenses. But again, I'm just giving y'all some tips. Again, I told you about housing. If you can, if you're okay with that, if you have a house and you want to rent out some room, or you have people rent out a room, guys. I know people say, "Oh my God, you don't want to rent with people." No, let me tell you something. Make money off of those rooms. Telling you, you can make $600-700 and just say, "Hey, it's $800 to stay in this room, but you ain't got to buy nothing." Meaning no electricity. They got to buy their food, but you supply them for bed, a lamp, or whatever, and let them have the kitchen. They can use the kitchen, or you can give them stuff that they can have in their room or whatever, microwave, whatever, or refrigerator. But the point I'm trying to make is make money off of your house. If you own a house with 4 bedrooms, you don't live in one, and you say, "Oh, I want to live by myself," honey, you can make money. That could be paying your rent. If I had a house right now, I ain't joking. I give my dear friend not a whole lot of money, but she only asked for a little bit. And I really asked. I gave it to her, and she said thank you. And I tried to give her more. She said no, take care of you, because she has rooms that I'm using one of her rooms, so I'm giving her money. But guess what? It's helping me. It's helping her. I'm paying off debt. She's has that she can use to put towards some bills that she's trying to pay off. And with a win-win situation, it's called house hacking. And at this day and age, if you're not married, if you're not in a deep relationship, or you don't have the wealth that you accumulate, even if you do. I know one lady in Atlanta, a young lady, a six-figure earner with IT, left the job, but literally lived in a small, tiny house. She went and bought a house, one of those houses from the Home Depot or Lowe's, and renovated it and made it a house. Then turned around, lived. The other people lived in the front of the house. Now during the pandemic, she had to switch it out. But the point I'm trying to make is she owned a 3 bedroom house. She lived in a tiny house in the back of her house. Now she rents the tiny house out and the main house and has some apartment somewhere else or wherever. The point I'm saying, real estate is key. Real estate is queen. Oh, king. Well, queen make the move. That is where you want to do. That's what you want to look at. House hack if you can. Live within student housing. I'm in a bigger city, metropolitan city. I'm going to live in student housing, love it. Free, well, it's electricity, water, Wi-Fi, all included in my rent. I've been doing it for off and on for years, y'all. In between, I help my daughter out. Um, and then free valet trash. I literally go outside my door, put my trash out, and move on. It is gated community. they have they have an event every month. I literally was doing wine, making wine glasses with my grandson. We were just doing fun things like that. We have pizza parties, and I'm in there amongst the younger people. But let's think about life, y'all. Real life is a mixture of people. It ain't all one age group. Let's just be real. When you go to a nursing home, that's probably why people pass away quicker, because it's all the same people doing the same thing. People say, "You want to be in the 55 and over community?" No. Why? Because all y'all 55 and over. I'd rather be. I'm not 55 yet, but I'd rather be around all types of people. Call it what you want. A shout out to the young lady I met from Germany years ago who taught me about hostels. Now, although I can afford nice places, I'm part of the Hilton, with friends and family, different stuff I've done. They've given me discounts before when I was with the Hilton, and I can go to a Marriott and work there and I can get a discount. I love hostels because I met people. Airbnb are not like the house. Hostels are a big, huge house. People have their own rooms, or they make dorm rooms, and they have a big size bathrooms and stuff, and you have a kitchen and a living room and Wi-Fi and all that. At one point, I was only paying $20 a day when I was in New York, but I lived very well. It's always hacks to everything. I'm gonna learn this house hacking about house sitting. I'll give y'all more information on that. So, guys, I'm gonna get off of this live because I feel like I've given as much as I could give right now. I need to take a nap. So I hope and pray that the tips I gave you about paying out of debt, get out of consumer debt, pay your things down. Don't cut off all your cards, just pay it down. Um, Live within your means, go thrift store shopping. Um, that's what I do, or go to discount stores or stores where you can see markdown slashes. You go to the back and purchase what, be intentional about what you spend. House hack as much as you can. Buy a car, cash car, or if you got a car, try to pay it off as quickly as possible, but not before you have your emergency. Get your emergency savings in place. Get that in place. Your emergency savings needs to be in place. Life insurance, health insurance. If you have it at your job, definitely get into that. Um, And if you want to live in a van life, do your van life. Do your research. If you're gonna live a car, do your research. Be safe out there. So many places you can stay without nobody knocking on your window. Just be careful. But right now, I'm getting ready to chill here in the van. I can sit this seat all the way back. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. Oh, can I go back? Oh, this one. I can't get all the way back on this one because it's a little thing. But the point I'm trying to make is I can lay back here. This seat actually in the front seats, they go all the way back. I put my blanket on. I'm gonna take me a little nap. Then I'm gonna go inside of the library and do some research. And they close at 6. That's another thing. Libraries down here close too early, but this is a small town. I'm so used to 8 o'clock. Library closes or 9 o'clock. Actually 9. But that's okay. I'm good with either way. Then I'll go to the gym. I'll work out. I get in a sauna. I pay $25 a month for my gym membership because I'm not teaching down in this little small town. It's all good. But I do have my teaching certification. So when I get back to Tampa, it's on and popping. I'm going to start doing online workouts. Yes, I'm going to have private clients. That's another way to make money. Just write down 5 ways you can make money. I told you about being a notary, a group exercise instructor, an online group exercise instructor, get CPR AED certified to be a first responder so you can do work in the service industry so you can get free food and free drinks, work in hospitality at the hotels, you can get discounted hotels, Uber Eats, DoorDash, okay? Those are some other things you could do. You could tutor kids online if you are good at tutoring or math or science or whatever you reading, you could just read. Um, you can walk dogs, so many things. But I just hope that I helped a lot of you guys today, whoever come across this channel. I am the melanated minimalist. I help women, especially women of color, to live their best life by living simple, decluttering, not just the house, the car, or their office space, but their mind, body, and soul. All right, guys, go ahead and like, comment, and share. And this is something you like, subscribe, honey. I'm coming back for you. I'm coming back. But this is the 15th day of Vlogmas. I hope this helped. Bye, y'all. Peace and love.